Speaker number 2, David Tanner. I will never, say that again. I will never, say that again. David Tanner.
I was 8 years old, riding in the back seat of my dad's car. My little sister sitting in the front. We were on our way home. It was a day just like any other, until I opened my big, fat mouth. About a block away from our house, I saw a friend of mine, Abraham, walking along. It was the perfect time for a little mischief. I slid over to that side of the car and rolled down the window. In those days, you actually had to roll them down. I rolled down the window, stuck my head out, and yelled at the top of my lungs, "Hey, Abe, your father, blankety blank, blank, blank." Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will never say that again. Suddenly the car came to a screeching halt. I fell against the front seat and landed on the floor. We didn't wear seatbelts then either. I looked up and saw my dad glaring down at me. It was a look I had never seen before. As an 8-year-old, I was used to the look. You know the look. That's the one that parents give when they want their kids to behave. I was prepared for that, but this was a whole nother level. Now let me give you a little background about my dad. He was a cop in the South Bronx in the 1960s. 6'4", 250 pounds. And I had just made him very angry. And in those days, you could do things to your children that are inconvenient. I saw my dad's hand reaching out towards me. I tried to escape. I thought I could press myself up against the back seat, force it down, crawl into the trunk, pop the latch, and make a mad dash. My mom was home, and she would save me from this mess. I looked around for some help. My sister was only trying to save herself. "It's him, Dad! It's him! It's always him!" Abe was standing there smiling, waiting for the show to begin. My dad grabbed me by the collar and pulled me towards him. Suddenly, my light flashed before my eyes. It only took a second. I was 8. I realized that I was going to die at 8 years old. I would never get a chance to play with my new Hot Wheels cars. I was not going to die like my G.I. Joe action figure, in a blaze of glory fighting for my country. No, I was going to die for cursing at 8. And it wasn't even my best curse word. By now, I was right in front of my dad's face. I could hear him breathing. It sounded like Darth Vader.
What was that? I heard you say.
I didn't say anything, Dad. I didn't say anything. It must have come from the radio.
The radio is not on.
It must have been the car next to us. They play that stuff so loud. You complain about it all the time.
Shut up.
By now, several of my friends had gathered around, and they were enjoying the horror movie that I was starring in. My sister had a real smug look on her face, and she stuck her tongue out at me. It's amazing how you feel at a time like that. There I was. I didn't know what to do. My dad looked at me one more time, and he was about to do something drastic. Then a horn blew from the car behind us. My dad looked up, looked back at me.
Don't you ever let me hear you say that again.
I won't, Dad, I won't. I swear, I will never say that again. Then he threw me up against the back seat.
That is not how your mother and I raised you.
Suddenly I realized that my dad was referring to me in the past tense. Then the horn blew again, a last-minute reprieve from the governor. My dad glared at the driver. He looked like he wanted to use some of the same language I had just used on air. Instead, he just turned around and we drove off. And it was over. My sister was disappointed. What? He's still alive? Yes, I was still alive. But I had learned my lesson. I have never said that again. In fact, I didn't think about it much until I went to pick up my 8-year-old nephew. As I'm pulling out of my sister's driveway, I hear the back window go down. We got power windows now. And he yells at the top of his lungs, "Hey, Michael, your father!" He will never say that again.